What's good, everybody? It's your boy Everton, and I've been on Mint Mobile for today makes the 61st day. So I've actually yesterday completed my first 2 months, and I actually really liked the service. And I'm going to tell you guys about my experience today. There are some compromises that I think certain people should know about, so I want to talk about that just to create some transparency here. And FYI, guys, they're actually running a promotion right now. So if you guys do want to check that promotion out, there's a link to the promotion. If you click on that, it'll take you directly to the promotion. And the promotion is that if you buy any plan for like the intro for 3 months, they'll give you an additional 3 months of that same exact plan for at no extra cost. So basically what that means is if you bought their unlimited plan for $90, they'll give you an additional for 3 months, they'll give you an additional 3 months on top of that. So you'll pay $90 for like 6 months of service, for their unlimited plan. So that's basically dope in my opinion. But link is in the description if you do want to check them out. But I have had some experiences with Mint Mobile. 99% of the stuff I'm happy with. There are some annoyances that I want to go over, and I'm gonna talk about that now. And FYI, guys, my experience is I came from T-Mobile, which is the same towers that Mint Mobile runs on. Mint Mobile is a mobile virtual network operator, which means that they don't own the towers that they actually run on. They kind of rent space within that spectrum that T-Mobile offers, and that's how they provide service to their clients. Well, anyway, so when I signed up for Mint Mobile, I'm actually ported my number over. Porting process was super simple. I think maybe it had something to do with T-Mobile, but I've heard that most people have had a pretty easy experience with porting numbers over. Mine was immediate, but I think other people have said like, hey, the most it took was like 20 minutes. I've heard one-off experiences where they had like a couple issues, but it was from like the previous carrier, like AT&T or Verizon, kind of being difficult about porting out the number. So all you're gonna need is your previous account number, the PIN number, and I think that's it, really. I think probably your name, but that's it. Mine was super simple, and it worked immediately. After I got up and running with the service, immediately, it was basically fine. I do suggest that if you have the availability, to port your number if possible. The reason why I say you should port your number is because I had a second line with Mint Mobile. I like the service so much that I opened up a second line, and I wanted to take advantage of that promotion. And as soon as I activated it, I did start getting spam messages. It's almost like they were backed up, just waiting to load as soon as the service got activated. So it was kind of weird. But I would suggest, if you can, definitely port your number over if you have that option. If not, there's a link to the Do Not Call registry in the video description. I'll put it below the 3-month promotion in case you guys are on there. Just check that out, and once you guys sign up, just register your number if you're gonna get a brand new number to the Do Not Call registry. That'll stop all the spam communications and things like that. But anyway, so when I was using the service, for the first month, I had actually signed up for the 8 GB plan. I am an extreme data user, which means that like with T-Mobile, I had about 50 gigabytes of data, and a few times I'd actually hit that data allotment. So when I was coming down to 8 gigabytes, it was because I'm at work from home right now, and I was around Wi-Fi a lot. So I was like, okay, well, I probably don't need as much. I just need to pay attention to it. So I actually babysat the plan a lot. Like, I was making sure that I would download stuff and make sure that, before I left my Wi-Fi, I would make sure that Maps was up and running and navigation, everything. I was just babying it way too much. And, 8 gigabytes is a lot of data. I actually ended my plan yesterday with like 1.7 gigabytes left over, and I wasn't babysitting it in my second month. I was like, you know what? I'm good. But this isn't really about the plan. Let's talk about like the service itself. So the service actually mimics T-Mobile to the T. It's really great. I have service almost everywhere. There are dead points, just like any other service, or like services where it slows, or areas where it slows down. So there is a actual coverage map. I would actually do it with both. I would do it with T-Mobile and Mint Mobile. They should essentially be the same, but if you want to be thorough, it takes 2 seconds. But where I live, I have great service. I'm pulling down fast download speeds on speed tests and things like that. So I actually really do like the service. It mimics T-Mobile so much, obviously, because that's towers that they run on. But my daughter's mom in her neighborhood, for some reason, when I turn on her street, I don't have good service. Like, the data speeds slow down, and I noticed that, and she actually hit me up a few days ago and was like, "Hey, what service do you have?" Because T-Mobile is really slow where I live, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm on Mint Mobile, but it runs on T-Mobile's towers, and it's slow whenever I pick up my daughter, or or if I'm waiting in the parking lot for just for them to give them time to get ready or whatever, and I'm trying to watch a video, it's really slow. So it just mimics T-Mobile service almost immediately, or exactly. So one of the things that so the next thing is that like I noticed about the companies that they actually do care about like your ability to have good coverage and good data. So good service, it shouldn't be a concern here. Once you establish that you have good T-Mobile service where you live, or Mint Mobile service. So one of the things that you have is Wi-Fi calling, which is awesome. Once you get your service, you can set up. You're going to be able to set up an online profile. You can enable that in the settings, and then you can go to your phone and just go into Wi-Fi calling in your settings and turn that on. And whenever you're at home, you'll have service. So which is actually great because I knew a few people, even with other services like Verizon and AT&T, where people like their plan, but they're like, "Yeah, I don't have service on my house," and they had to give me this box and this curious little hub in my home where I have service, and they have to pay $15 or $10 a month to have that box just so they can have service in their home. Well, Wi-Fi calling, what it does is use your internet service, so it acts like voice over IP. Super dope, gives you service. I actually turn mine on, even though I have good service in my home. I just always have Wi-Fi around me, so I'm super cool about it. I'm very happy. So I use that a lot. But secondly, though, they're always, they're always about good service. Like I have excellent service. They actually allow tethering throughout their entire plan, so you can, well, except for their unlimited plan. But you can, if you buy like a 12 GB data plan, you can use all 12 GB to tether that out if you want to, which I think is amazing. Now for the unlimited plan, they only allow you to tether 5 GB of data. I kind of get it because it's not supposed to be like your internet provider. They don't want you tethering it to like your laptop, your TV for the month and things like that. So that's what I really actually liked about it was that I was able to actually, activate phones that were unlocked through GSM. They have a large variation of phones. Because I started making videos about this, I actually looked at like other companies to see if like I can make videos on like their service as well. And there were a couple that I went to like another, I forgot, one that ran off, I think it was Visible. So at Visible, I went to their website to see if my phone could be compatible, my Galaxy S10 Plus, and it wasn't available. They're like, "Oh, this phone isn't compatible." So I like the fact that Mint Mobile works with a variety of phones. I'm not saying they work with all phones, but the two phones that I had an iPhone XS and this phone, and it worked amazingly. So I'm very happy about that. And last couple of things that I do think that they're really good at is that their transparency, their terms are super base level. Like you feel like you're talking to a normal person. They're actually really chill, and they're also very active on social media. Like on Twitter, they're super active. They're super responsive. They respond to people just talking about Mint, and I've had questions about Mint Mobile, and they've just answered within like a few minutes. It was super easy. I haven't had to contact customer service about anything. I actually did contact customer service. They had a couple inquiries that I wanted to have information about, but they were super, super, super responsive. And the last thing was that I told you guys that I activated the second line with Mint Mobile. Well, I actually ended up canceling that line because I started getting so much spam and I wasn't able to take advantage of the promotion. I'll tell you guys about that. I actually talked about that and I'll link that video here. But when I canceled it, it was the easiest process ever. You just filled out a form. They gave you all back your money within 7 day grace period that they have, or buyer's remorse period. So cancellation was super easy. They didn't cancel it like right then and there. I think they took like a couple of days. It was around Thanksgiving time, so they were probably off or something like that. I don't know. Either way, I didn't have to pay extra for the service, right? So that was the dopest thing right there. I was super happy. They gave back all the money. It was super seamless. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the things that are compromises, right? Some of the things that I don't like about the service, or I think not necessarily I don't like, but I think they have opportunity to grow and enable some things, in the future, right? And what I'll say is this: this isn't necessarily that some people get really sensitive about this stuff. Guys, relax. If you love the service and you think they're the next best thing since sliced bread, that's okay. That's okay. But let's talk about some of the opportunities that they have because the service is continuously growing, and I don't want everybody to be like, well, they can't do that because they're so cheap. Listen. They'll grow, they'll get better. It's just opportunities that they have right now, and I'm pretty sure if you're upset about the opportunities I'm going to call out, you wouldn't be upset if they actually added. Okay, so I'm not an apologist. I'm going to call out the service, even though I really like it. All right. So number one, I think that they operate in that budget segment, and I think a lot of companies that operate in this budget segment of service or industry, I mean, they get a lot of forgiveness for the things that they don't offer. And I think that they take it a little bit further. Like Mint Mobile, they take it a little bit further than I would care for a couple times. Like number one, like they don't allow you to change your phone number on the service. So basically, and this is one thing that I always suggest people do. If you buy the plan, if you're first starting out with Mint Mobile, do the 3-month data plan first. Like do the 3-month plan, test it out, and see if you like it, and then decide if you want to stay. And then you can re-up for 12 months. Because the thing is that once you buy that bulk plan, you've bought bulk. You can't return it, all right? So and you can't actually change your phone number with this service. So if you're one of the people who like to change your phone number every 6 months or whatever, this plan probably won't be for you. You can open up another line and get a different number, but you're going to be stuck with the one that you've already paid bulk for with Mint Mobile. So that's something that you do want to be aware of. I wish that they would give us the option to change our phone number in the future. Now, this is not a concern for me. I've had the same number for like 15 years now, but I do think that it's, especially when I activated my second line, there was a crap ton of spam. I won't say crap ton. It was like 4 spam messages I got immediately, and I started receiving like one every couple of days. And I was like, why is this happening? I just got this phone number. Like, I haven't even signed up for any promotions. Obviously, I know the line didn't get invented when the number didn't get invented when I signed up, but I know it existed before. But I mean, I was just like, yo, this is day one I'm getting spam. Come on now. So that's one thing. The second thing is that like since it is prepaid, you're kind of tethered to the number. So this is kind of a good and a bad thing, but they have a very good referral program, right? Where if you give out 5 people if you give out your referral code, which you'll get as soon as you sign on, which I suggest everyone do, you'll have this unique referral code. And if you put it out there into social media, you do a YouTube video, do whatever you want. But if you put that referral code out there, if somebody clicks on it and then they sign up for the service, you will get a renewal credit. Now that renewal credit will go towards your renewal plan. So if you sign up for 3 months, 6 months, whatever, when it's time to renew, you can actually take some money off your plan. But if you get 5, they give you a total of like $240, which is the equivalent of their 8 GB plan for 12 months, which is how they say you can get free service for a year. So that's pretty dope. But if you decide you're like, you know what, Mint Mobile, I like this, but I need to change my number for some reason, you can, they're going to tell you, yeah, you can't change your phone number. You can buy a new line. Then you ask them, well, can I take my referral credit? They're going to be like, no, it's not transferable. So that's the first thing, or that's another thing. Like you can't take the referral credits. They're not transferable by line. And, you will get the referral credit toward the line that you already have. They don't just disappear. But at the same time, I mean, you probably won't be using that old number anymore. Next thing is that the site and the app, it doesn't go down for like a full day, but it goes down like frequently for upgrades, and a little too frequently in my opinion. It's not like every day, but like I wouldn't be surprised if like, what's today? Wednesday? I wouldn't be surprised if Sunday morning I wake up and I try to log into the app and it's like, hey, we're upgrading something. We'll be back shortly. And a couple hours later, they'll be back. I mean, it just happens a little bit too frequently for me. And the app isn't the most robust. It kind of it allows you to do like the few basic things. Like it tells you like your data allotment, what's left over, and it allows you to have upgrade options. And maybe like refer. But other than that, it's not really too robust. It just gives you the main basics of what you want. I'm like, the app's not that complex, or your website's not that complex. What the hell are y'all upgrading? So that's the first thing, or that's the next thing. The second thing, and this is kind of iffy, but you, the customer, are the main advertising vehicle, right? They don't spend a crap ton of money on like Super Bowl ads and ads on this, that, and the third. I mean, they've moved to a utilizing their clients like me to, be the main vehicle of or conduit for advertising. And what that means, and it's actually pretty smart because there's been studies that shown that word of mouth advertising is actually 89% more effective. So I think that's actually smart. But I mean, every time you log in, they're like, "Hey, refer a friend to T-Mobile. I mean, for Mint Mobile, and you can get free service." I mean, and I like that they've incentivized us to be able to do that. Like it's really great, but it's like, damn, man, like, yo, all right, man, I don't want to advertise your service right now. You know what I mean? Like it's cool, and I've told family and friends, but I mean, you get over it after a while. But you do, it's noticeable that they're using you as the vehicle to getting the service to grow. And to be honest with you, I mean, there are a lot of people who love Mint Mobile. I am one of them. To be honest with you, like since I've had this service, I've referred people, and I've gotten referral credits and things like that. You guys should definitely do that. Actually, one thing I need to talk about is deprioritization. I want to clear that up before the video ends. So deprioritization, I think a lot of people have experienced it. They just don't notice that they've experienced it because when I experienced it, it went down to like from 120 Mbps, which means downloading 4K videos in like no time to streaming 1080p video. You know what I mean? So that's a pretty big difference. So a lot of people don't notice it. I think that's a great thing, right? Deprioritization, it pushes you down to very good speeds, right? You can still stream video, still download apps, still stream music, still load web pages, still get on social media without missing a beat. That I think is amazing. So yes, I think deprioritization is a real thing. I think the only time they'll notice it is if you download like a large app, and then you're like, I used to get this app in like 30 seconds. Now it's taking me like 2 minutes or something like that. Like, why is it taking so long? I mean, even if you consider that to be so long. But at the end of the day, I have experienced deprioritization. I think I had to buffer for a video like once or twice. But it is what it is. It happens. So that's one thing I did want to clear up. But guys, I mean, overall, after this third month, I am still planning to renew. I did get some referral credits. The biggest reason why I'm renewing, obviously, is because the service is really cheap, like really inexpensive, and it's also it's very good. Like I don't notice a difference. I'm super happy with my service. And yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys watching the video. There is a link toward this the promotion. Once again, check it out. I'll click the link in there. It'll take you right to the promotion, at least at the time of this video. And if you guys do port your number, or if you guys do choose a new number, make sure to sign up for that do not call registry. It'll save you a crap ton if you're gonna use your new use a new phone number. But either way, guys, that's basically been it. I may do a 90-day update after the 3 months if something changes. But that's basically all the things that I've noticed. Service is still good, and yeah. So either way, guys, until next time, I'm Everton, and I do videos Everton's way. Peace.